Have you ever wondered why God is silent concerning a particular situation in your life? I want to believe you are trusting God for something in your life and you wondered, oh God, you've not answered. For weeks I've been trusting, for months I've been trusting, for years I've been trusting. God, what is happening? Am I not doing something right? Trust me, I've been there. I've been there in several cases. I felt like, God, I ticked the boxes. Why are you not answering me? What is wrong? And eventually I discovered that one of the reasons that we haven't gotten answers to a particular prayer we are trusting God for. One of it that God wants us and you and I to build capacity. You heard me yet? Capacity. And capacity means different things. You can build capacity physically, but you've not built capacity emotionally. And I'm going to give a practical example in the Bible. Abraham and Sarah. We all know the story of Abraham, right? God promised him that he's going to be a father to nations. But the young man was barren for years. But I believe strongly one of the things God was testing Abraham for that duration he waited was capacity building. You would agree with me that for the duration of time that Abraham waited with the Lord, he was building capacity to the point that when God requested for Isaac, he was able to give it back. So, what God is trying to let us know that you have to build a capacity to the point that if I'm giving you that which you are requesting for, you can give it back to me. We have to build a capacity to the point that whatever you're asking God for will not take us away from God. Because as it is, we are humans. When God answers our prayer, it looks like we have forgotten the pain, the sorrow, years of asking, and we look away from God completely. So maybe what God is asking you to build is capacity. Maybe you're trusting God for a job. Build capacity to the point where you know that yes, when the job comes, I can handle it. Maybe you are trusting God for a child. Want to build capacity. Your capacity could be character. Your capacity could be patient. Your capacity could be you knowing how to treat people rightly. Your capacity could be your choice of words. Maybe God wants you to build your capacity. When that child comes, you can know how to take care of that child. Maybe you are trusting God for business, a business idea, or you have a business idea. You are trusting God for execution. You are trusting God for finances and funding. Maybe what you should be doing is build capacity. What does capacity look like? Doing those things that is required of you to equip yourself when the opportunity comes. Because like I said, Abraham built capacity for that duration of years. It was easy for Abraham to give back Isaac. Why? Because he had built relationship with God so strongly that when God asked him for Isaac, he never told Sarah. Because trust me, if I were to be Sarah as well, I definitely would not want, my child that I have been prayed for years snatched from me like that. So, but what did Abraham? What did he do? What he did was that he never informed Sarah. If you read the Bible very well, it was never recorded that Abraham told Sarah, "Oh, the son that God has given unto us, the Lord has requested that I use him for sacrifice." But because he had built that relationship and that capacity with God for years, he knew that there's nothing God can give to me that I will not be able to give back. So look at the areas of your life right now. Can you say convincingly that you've built capacity to the point that your prayer, the thing you're trusting God for, you can handle it? Have you built that capacity? Because if you haven't, I would encourage you to go back to the drawing board, build that capacity. As you continue to pray, build that capacity. When the capacity is fully formed, look at Anna, for example, as well. Anna had been going to Shiloh for several years. But it got to a point, he built that capacity point and said, God, I will give this child back to you. And she eventually fulfilled her promise. When the child came, imagine you've been trusting God for a child as well, right? And the child came, you're like, okay, God, I'm giving it back to you. But some people may not fulfill their promises, right? Some will not even fulfill the promise. But Anna did what? She fulfilled a part of the bargain. And what happened? She had many, many children afterwards. So sometimes what we don't look at in their request to God, oh, I want God to do this for me. But God is asking you, what capacity have you built in order for me to release this blessing onto you? So I'm using this opportunity for us to look inward. What exactly are you trusting God for? Can you beat your chest and say that you've built capacity to the point that yes, I can receive whatever I'm trusting God for. I can call heaven to release my blessing unto me. But if you haven't, why not use this process? Use this medium to just think, reflect. God, okay, I will go back to the drawing board and build capacity. And while I keep asking God for it. So this is all about one of the reasons why our prayer has not been answered is capacity building. God wants you to build capacity. So whatever that looks like for you, so build capacity to the point you know that yes, I'm ready for for these answers. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to run with these answers, and I'm receiving my answer. So go ahead and build capacity and see what God will do afterward. God bless you. See you next time.